Hello, hi everyone.
Hello.
Hi, hope you have a good day today, and we are starting up our choosing the most effective widgets for online activities masterclass. So I'm Suhaila.
And I'm Sakinah.
Okay, and we are the learning designers from KL team of OpenLearning. Alright, so what are we going to do today?
Okay, today we will learn on how to choose the most effective widgets for online activities, and we will also tweak from a face-to-face learning and we will turn it into an online activity.
Yes. So basically, when we say we are going to show you how to tweak face-to-face activities to an online activities. What we're trying to say is actually like we are going to show you some activities from probably a worksheet or how you usually conduct it in a face-to-face situation or face-to-face classroom. So when you want to switch it to online activities of the activities that you already have, so we are going to show you a little bit on how to tweak it, or maybe that you can still use the same activity to make it into an online activity, an effective online activity.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, but before we proceed, maybe we can also get to know each other.
Yeah.
Maybe you can say hi and tell us where you're from at the comment section at the right side of your YouTube channel.
Yeah. So on the right side of the YouTube channel, you can just like say hi to us, introduce yourself, tell us where you're from. Like we know that you can be like from all over the world. Who knows? Like if you are in Malaysia, you can be from a different state.
Yes.
Like so, yeah, we're in KL right now, so it's fine. It's good to know that where you're from. So who are you and what's your take in this?
Yes.
Yeah, in this online activity, online learning. Yeah, tell us. Please say hi to us.
Oh, there's a person saying hi. I'm Bening from OpenLearning. Hi, Bening.
Hello, hi Bening. Hi from Malaysia. So hi Richard.
Hi.
Oh, New Zealand.
From New Zealand.
Yes, that's a beautiful country. Never been there. Hopefully.
Hopefully one day.
Hi Muhammad Nur. You're from Negeri Sembilan. Orang ni Sembilan.
Nogori.
Hi Jiha. Hello.
Hello.
Yep. So tell us how excited you are to learn about, choosing the most effective widgets for online activities today.
Yes.
So in just a little bit of time, we are going to show you, we're going to explain to you the general things about widgets in OpenLearning, how cool it is.
Yes, yes, you should be excited. Okay, we just want to inform you, maybe during this time you can check your audio, whether you can listen to us or not, and maybe your internet connection.
Yep.
And if you are tuning in from Facebook and Twitter, you can also ask questions using the hashtag OL Masterclass.
Yep. So if you have any question, just use that hashtag, or you can straight away post it here in the YouTube live section, chat section on the right hand side. Yep.
And at the end of the session, we will have a Q&A, which we will answer your question if it's not been answered yet by our team.
But we still are going to have our team to reply to you in the chat section. So sometimes if you have any question, you can just post it there. So they'll be so glad to help you to answer all those questions and confusion that you have about our platform.
Okay.
So so today we have informed them on the outcomes that we are assuming that each of you will get from our masterclass. So now we are going to move on to show to you on the general widget settings, like something that you need to know generally about our widgets, how to use it, how to put it in, how to remove it. So we're going to show you that. So I'm going to share my screen to you.
Okay. We have created a course. Since before this, you have learned how to create a course in 30 minutes. So we will skip that part and proceed with creating a page.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, Suhaila has shared with you the screen. This is the course that we will practice what we learned today.
Yep. So we are going to use this course to show you on how to edit page, how to add widgets. So we have created this course based from the previous webinar, previous masterclass on how to create a course in 30 minutes. We have showed you how to put the course banner and what you should have in your homepage. So we can just show you generally what we have. So we already have this. And now we're going to move on to the learning activities part. This is where you should have already created your pages. So we are going to start with this physics page. So, about physics.
For today, we will cover on 3 types of common courses that are usually created in OpenLearning, which are STEM courses, focusing on science, technology, engineering and mathematical courses, as well as language course, and theoretical courses, maybe for example philosophy course, history course, whatever that we will learn today, you can apply it in your area regardless of whatever that you are teaching.
Hopefully it will totally help you in creating your online course just by yourself. So we are going to start with the STEM course. So we are taking physics as the example of this course. So for example, if you want to teach acceleration, so this is a page that we have created about. So the title of the page is "What is acceleration?" We already have this page thumbnail created that has this beautiful image of amusement ride, which is the roller coaster. So I'm just going to show you this general widget setting. So when I click on the page, as the course creator, you'll be able to see these 3 buttons here, 3 menus. So you can have view, and then you can have edit, and you can have layout. So whenever you want to edit a page, you just click on edit. So you'll see this editing page. So on the left side of this editing page, you can see the core widgets. So we have the content widgets, which is in this green color. And you will have this share widgets, which is in this orange color. So these are the core widgets that we usually use in order for us to create a page or create an activity and to deliver our contents to our students. So as you can see here, this by default you will have 1 text widget. So I'm just going to show you how to start by like adding the widgets on the platform. So for example, you have used this first text widget, like this is the first text widget. So you want to have another text widget, but you don't want to use the same text widget that we already have here, because probably you already have a long text widget, like a long content, so you don't want to use the same one. So you don't want to risk missing any like contents or information. So you can add another text widget here. As you can see, when I scroll over to this text widget, you can see that this one down here, there's like insert text here. So you can see again. So this is one way of adding the widget to the page, which is just by clicking on this text widget, and it will automatically be inserted here. So now you have another text widget. So, and then another way of doing it, for example, you want to post text widget after the text widget. So another way of adding a widget to a page is by click on it, and you can just drag it. This one is like, it's more flexible for you because suddenly you feel like, oh, I should have put this post text widget earlier, so you can just like straight away move it to in this space, and you can see the notification that like insert after this block. So you can just release it there. So it will insert after this block. Yeah, it will insert after this block. So now you have 1 text widget, and then you have the second text. You have the post text widget as the second widget on the page. Okay, see? So now you have the post text widget in between the 2 text widgets that you have already put in just now.
Okay. What if I want to delete? Maybe I accidentally put the wrong widget. I want to change it.
Yeah. So if you feel like removing a widget, like you have this change of mind, you don't want to use this widget or this widget is not suitable for you, so you can just go and see there's like an X button, which is meant for you to use that to remove the widget. So you can just click on it and it will automatically like remove the widget. So right now I'm removing the second text widget. So I click remove and it will OpenLearning.com will ask you like this will delete this section, continue. If you feel like continuing, you can just click OK. And it will remove the text widget. See, now it's gone. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And then
that's easy.
Yeah, that's easy, adding and removing the widgets. So now like I'm just going to show you how to edit the widget. So in every widget in OpenLearning, whenever you want to edit it, you just have to click to edit. So you just can click. So it will go to edit. So you can click to edit. So this is the general settings for every widget that we have in OpenLearning. So that's how you do it. So to just refresh what I have told you just now, to add a widget, you can just either click here, you can just click here, and then it will like straight away put the text below. And then if you want to like put it somewhere in between the widgets, you can just like drag it. So like insert anywhere that you want. So insert after this block, so you will insert after that block. And then if you want to remove it, you can just click X. You can just click X to remove it. Then you can just click OK. So that's how you remove it. So that's the general things on how to use the text widget.
Okay, we can see here that most clarify us what are completion settings and share settings. We will let you know about these settings at the end after we have covered all the 3 types of courses.
Yep.
So you can remind us if let's say we forget, but don't worry, we will cover that.
Yeah, we will cover that part as well, but towards the end of the webinar later, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So whenever you have edited a page, you know, you can also change the position of the widgets by click on layout. So remember that I told you about these 3 menus that you have: view, edit, and layout. So edit is when you want to edit the content inside the widget, each widget. Layout is when you want to change the place of the widget.
Yeah.
So like for example, I want to start the page with a post text widget. So I have to remove the text widget to somewhere below the post text widget. So I have to insert it after this block. So I put it here, I just click on it, drag it, keep on clicking on it and drag it to the place where I want it to be. So it will move there actually. So trying to drag it. So yeah,
so it's just really easy, like you can drag, you can delete, you can edit. It's not really that hard to learn how to use the widgets.
And then by also going to layout, you can also shrink the widget to half of it. So you can just click on shrink, so it will be half the size. Yep. So you can go back to expand to full width whenever you want by just clicking on expand to full width, so it will be that. So this is just how you want to save space, or you want to like put images right next to it. You can just play around with your creativity. Yeah. So now once you have like you are satisfied with the page, you can just click view, and that will save the whole thing that you have just created. So this is the last structure that I have came up with.
Yeah.
So this is just an example. So this is not going to be the real page. I just showed you on the general settings right now. So when you click view, this is the last thing that you saved, that you have structured for your page, that will be previewed in this view section. So this view means that's the final one. Yeah. But you can always come back to edit and to edit the page and also change the layout. Yeah. So those are just how you can do it. Yeah.
Just to remind you that whenever you have created a course, it doesn't mean that it needs to be permanent. You can always update it with new content, or maybe you want to update it with new videos. So you can always edit it again, and maybe you want to edit the layout. It's just as easy as that. It's not that hard.
Correct. So remember at the beginning of our masterclass just now, we told you that we are going to show you the face-to-face activities, and we are going to show you on how to
tweak
it to online. So right now, I'm going to show you, we are going to show you on the normal activities, face-to-face activities, and how we are going to tweak it to online activities. So while I'm going to share that screen, this slides to you on the face-to-face activities example. So I think Sakinah will also explain on the three main courses, types of courses that we are going to cover today. So we are going to start with this one.
Okay, well, Suhaila is sharing the screen. So usually in face-to-face activity, usually the teacher will like maybe provide worksheets to the student, and then in the worksheet there will be contents on the things that they will learn on that day, and then it will be followed by maybe MCQ. Usually it's like that, MCQ or exercise for students to do. So how can you turn that from that into an online activity? So we will show you that today. So the first one, we will touch on the physics course, taking a topic on acceleration. So usually in a worksheet, you will have like the definition, examples of the examples of acceleration. As you can see here on the screen, see that it starts with definition, examples, and then how to calculate acceleration using the formula, and lastly it will be followed by an exercise for students to practice. So how are you going to transform this into an online activity? So right now we will show you how. Suhaila will show you, we'll use the page from earlier on, but we will edit it right from there. So we have already put the title before. If you remember the title, what is acceleration, with the picture of roller coaster. So we will start with putting the title. What is acceleration? We will show you how to use the heading, different size of heading, as well as font colors, if you want to make it bold or italic.
So now I'm just going to remove the widgets that I have put earlier, because that's not the structure that I'm going to follow. So yes, what Sakinah said earlier was right. Like we can just simply edit the page, and then for these STEM courses, like for example, we are taking physics as the example right now. So we have showed you earlier the face-to-face activities, which is like we have the examples, we have the definition, the normal ways of delivering it to the classroom. It's easy, like either you hand to your students the worksheets or you just explain it to them. Just use whiteboards, or you can just use slides. But this is when you want to deliver your content as effective as you do it in the face-to-face classroom. But this is how you can do it online. Okay.
So as you can see right now, Suhaila is removing the widgets. So after this, she will add the text widget by using the two methods, either from dragging or from clicking. So as you can see here, Suhaila is dragging. She opted for dragging because it's easier. You can determine earlier on where to put the widget. You want to put it on top, on the right, or below.
So it depends on you. It's up to your comfortability on which style that you want to use.
It's totally up to you. Some people, they put the video as a big widget, but some they put it as half width and followed by an explanation on the right or on the left. So it's totally up to you.
So just now, when Sakinah showed you, when we showed you the slides of the face-to-face activities, we start with the definition. That's how we usually study, like by explaining to our students what is acceleration, by giving them a paper and just that has some explanation, or by you explaining it to your students. So this is how you can do it online. So the page title just now, what is acceleration?
As you can see here, we have prepared contents for us to copy and paste so that it will save time.
For example, you want to start with, and I would say this is as introduction to the content, because you cannot like straight away start it without telling them what they are going to learn. So this is the introduction. So the introduction is like some sort of the definition of the course as well. And then you can just like say, you can type in definition, and I'm going to show you.
Okay.
This is,
So this is these are the choices of header size. So usually we use header 1 for the page title.
Yeah, the page title. So right now, I don't think I should choose header 1. I should choose header 2 or 3.
Yes.
Because I'm going to,
this is like a subtopic
this
for
is
the page.
Subtopic for the page. I'm going to type in what is acceleration.
Okay, since what is acceleration is the page title, we will make it as
we'll make it bigger.
Yeah. Using which header?
Header 1.
Header 1.
Yeah. Alright. So that's it. So I'm putting more space, and to highlight it even more, I can even make it bold. And then I can even change the color. So for example, I want it to be blue. So now you can see that it's blue in color, and we have already changed the heading size. So it becomes header 1 right now, and this is header 2.
Yes. So at least it looks better now. You can differentiate which one is the page title, which one is the subtopic, and the explanation.
Yeah. So we have all these options for you to underline, for you to make it italic, and make it bold. So feel free to just use the options, the tools that we have here. So since I can just move it to, I can align it to center. So now it becomes like this. So what is acceleration? Definition. And now we have the definition. So I'm so sorry if the explanation is not that interesting right now, because we're just copying and pasting, and we're not actually a physicist.
Yeah.
So we don't actually know how to explain it even better.
Yeah.
So now, so this is how you can have a look at it. And right now I'm going to make it more fun, like by giving you this. You can see I'm copying this example. So after you have given the definition, you would usually in the classroom just tell your students that, oh, the example of acceleration is, you can see it while going to like amusement park where you see the amusement rides. Or when you go to F1 Sepang, you go and see the race, the race cars. So racing cars is also one of the examples of acceleration. So now we have these amusement rides as an example, and to make it, to show them, to show them that it looks, to make it looks more real to them. So
as well as we can help visual learners.
Yeah, we can also help the visual learners, those who don't actually like to read that much. So they'll get better examples by giving them or showing them some pictures.
So currently Suhaila is uploading a picture from her computer.
Yeah.
So for the platform, we practice uploading a picture that you have already downloaded or saved in your computer. Why don't we link to outside source? Because we don't want a case where the pictures are broken and then it will affect your course. So that's why it's better if you download the pictures first and name it and upload it.
Yep. So I have uploaded the pictures just now, so it is stated here that the upload is complete. I can change the size where I can change the style where I can make it bordered. I can make shadow. I can make it circular. Up to me. You can just play around with these options that we have here. I'm going to also make it centered. So I just click OK. Don't be surprised. The image will be very big because of the size of the image.
Yes.
You can always double click on the image and change the size to the size that you prefer. So I would say the suitable size for this would be 200. So you can just change the first part of it, and then it will automatically constrain the proportions, change the dimension. So now we have a smaller size of the amusement ride, so you can just be on this. I put it as centered, so that's why it is at the center, and also align this to center, so you can see that. So now, for the examples, and just make it bold this. For example, amusement rides, and we have the image of amusement rides just right below the example.
Yes. Another option is if you want to put the pictures side by side, you can use tables.
Yeah, you can play around by using tables. I'll show that to you. So this, you can see the option here, table. And just pick 2 columns with 1 row. You can put racing cars here. The second example, racing cars. Make it align to center. And then you can just click to this in the second column. This is where you insert or edit image. Here, click on it. Browse through your computer. So you can see the car moving image. You can just find the images and the Creative Commons Zero images from any free websites like Pixabay, Pencils, or anywhere you can find. And the most important thing is to make it excuse me,
non-copyright.
Yeah.
But if let's say you have to use copyrighted pictures, make sure that you put a link using image source, type in image source, and then put a hyperlink so that you will not be charged for copyright issues or anything, any cases like that. After this, Suhaila will show you how to put hyperlinks.
Excuse me. Alright, so now, sorry about that. So now you can just make it centered again, and then just click OK. And since the since the image is pretty big, so I just going to make it smaller. Maybe to also 200 dimensions. Pretty smaller now. Just change some style, make it bordered, shadow. So you can just play around with it. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so this is how you can just put it inside tables. You can just make it smaller. So with that, this is for the table properties is for you to format the table. You can align it center.
If let's say you want to delete the border, you can just backspace so that it will be in like an invisible table without the borders.
Okay, so that's it. That's how it is. So for what we have done right now for the text widget, this is for the text widgets, and the tools inside the text widget, you can always play around. You can always come again to experiment and just play around with it so that you are more and more comfortable in using our text widget. But this is how I can say that easily for you to use to verify your page. So when you click view, you'll be able to see. You'll be able to see the completed page of the widget. So now you can have like from the plain one that we have originally. So we have changed it to something with more colors, and we play around with the headings, the format, and then we put images, and we have options on like whether to use it this way or to use it this way. When you want to give examples, or you can just use it for other purpose that you think suits your course.
Okay, Masura from KL here has a question. She asked, can we use GIF instead of image?
Of course, we can use GIF instead of image. You can just search around any free GIF that you can find in the website. Make sure that it's free to use, no copyright. And then you can just insert it the same way as how you insert the image that I showed you just now. So it's just the same format. It's just it's just the same process, same steps, but just with a different like make sure you have downloaded the GIF or you have the URL of the GIF in order for you to put the source here.
If you can see in the home page, there's actually a GIF there.
Yeah.
Yang the one that which the penguin waving hi.
I just show it to you.
So this one is actually a GIF and it's taken from Jiffy website. So what we did was we put hyperlink because it's not a CC0 image.
Yep. So you need to make sure that you always give credits to the owner, your attributes to the owner. So if you are using, I mean, we are not actually recommending you to do it. You can find the free ones as much as you can, as many as you can.
Yes.
But if you can't and you have to use that image, you have to source the image. Like you can just put the hyperlink, image source, and
you can also put hyperlinks for maybe
articles.
Outside articles, or if you want them to go to external website other than OpenLearning, you can also use hyperlinks.
Yeah.
Do you want to show them how to put hyperlinks?
Yeah, sure. Okay. So since I didn't prepare any GIF image yet, I'm just going to straight away put a hyperlink, but I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to link it to openlearning.com. So,
okay.
Yeah, for example, these racing cars, you can just highlight it. Then you go here, insert edit link, click on it. And just put the URL, the link of the source that you have taken. I mean, the URL of the source here. Then just click OK. You can open in the new window or in the same window, but I would suggest I recommend you to open it in a new window so that Why? Because you don't have to go, I mean, you don't have to load the same page. You can just go to a new, it will open up in a new window, a new tab.
Okay.
So you can still have the same page. This page, you can still view this page and you can also view another page. If it's open in the same window, means you will load this page.
Okay.
Okay, so click on OK. Seems very okay. So now you can see that it's already hyperlinked.
Okay.
So when you click view, view means you have saved it. So go here, click on it, it will open up OpenLearning.com
in a new tab.
Yes. So that's how you source it. Okay. All right. So now moving on.
All right. We have showed, just to recap, we have showed you how to use the text widget where you can put content and the image, put hyperlinks.
Yep.
So right now, Suhaila will proceed with how to calculate using a formula.
So usually, like, we have an activities like calculate the formula, like how to calculate. This can be the next subtopic. So I'm just going to copy this. This will be the subtopic. This is also an activity, but I'm going to skip to show you how to calculate, which is also an activity. So I'm just going to copy that, and I will put in another text widget. I'm just going to click on it. So paste it. Like this, I make it into
just like what we did
previously. Okay, I put it this color and make it into the two.
Okay, so from the face-to-face version that we showed you just now, the calculation was taught in text. But now we want the students to learn from a video, let's say. So we will put an explanation, a short explanation for them to watch the video. So right now, Suhaila will paste the instruction for them. If you can see there, Suhaila is pasting.
Then finish editing this. Then I'll add this video widget.
Just like how she taught just now, by dragging the video widget. And then Suhaila will use the link that she's copying right now. This is taken from YouTube. So for videos, OpenLearning support YouTube and Vimeo, or you can also upload your own. If you have your own content, for URL, you can click on URL version and paste the link. And for video of your own, you can click on file upload and then upload.
Yeah, so this is the raw videos, like something that you may have record using your mobile phones or any more advanced camera or whatever that you have, so you can just straight away upload a raw file here. Since now we are going to use URL, we are going to take the video that we use is taken from YouTube. So we have this. You can have the option of play automatically, or you can just ignore it and just let it so that student will click play in order for them to view the videos.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what if the video is long and you want to chunk it?
Okay. So this video is 4 minutes and 39 seconds. So we want to take only the part where 2 minutes and 37 to 4 minutes and 7 seconds. So we're going to chunk it by clicking on it. Okay. So we're going to chunk the video, make the video shorter by adjust the start or end points. So it's supposed to be from this 4 minutes and 40 seconds to 2
minutes and 37.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 37 seconds. Okay. To
up until let's say 3 minutes and 17.
Yeah, 3 minutes and 22. Okay.
Okay.
So I just click finish editing. And the video will be there. And it will show starting from 2 minutes and 17 seconds.
Okay.
Right. So when I click view, it's going to be like this. So feel free if you have like, feel free to use video widgets if you have your own raw file video, or you have used it in your classroom. You have shown your students some YouTube videos that you find very helpful for your course. So feel free to use it. Don't feel that you have to always come up with your own video.
Yes, you can even ask the students, right?
Yeah, you can even ask your student to come up with the videos and you can just share around.
Just like the activity that we did for this activity, for this lesson is the students need to, let's say they have learned what acceleration is. So they need to go out and they need to observe and see around them what is it that involves acceleration, and then they can record. Let's say they want to record a bird flying, or maybe their little brother cycling. So that one is like an example of acceleration.
Yeah. So you can just use it, and then like usually after we deliver the content, we will ask the students to, we will come up with an activity for the students to do in order for us to see whether they can understand the contents that we have delivered to them or not. Same goes as when we do it in a face-to-face classroom. You will always question your student like, can you give me some examples of acceleration? Or you will always like ask them questions just to know whether your student understand it or not. In an online activity, you can be there to ask them like face-to-face. So this is how you are asking questions to them, and this is how you want to make sure that your student understand the content that you have delivered by giving them activities.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for the activities, we will usually put in a container, right?
Yeah. It depends on you. You can always put it in a container. You don't have to put it in a container. It depends, but we are going to just show you
how. Yes. So currently, Suhaila will copy and paste the instruction. So this one is for, let's say after they have learned how to calculate, you will give them a question, right? Just to check whether they understood the video or not. Because we don't know, maybe they might just watch the video and then it's done. How do you know whether they understood the video or not, how to calculate acceleration using the formula? So this is why you need to have an activity following that content. So Suhaila will okay. So here, in terms of the activity content, let me just show you how. So let's say for this activity, the instruction is like, now that you've understand how to calculate, you can ask them, okay, let's say for example for face-to-face activity, the students will answer by writing on paper and then they will submit to you. So how are you going to transform that into online? You can ask them to do that by writing on a paper and ask them to scan or take a picture, or if they have digital tablet, or if they want to type, they can also do that and share a file or upload an image. So, yeah. Excuse Suhaila now.
Sorry, I'm not feeling very well today, so I'm trying my best to explain to you and to give you ideas on how to use this widget. So thank you, Sakinah, for taking over for a while just now. Okay. So so the activity following the widgets, the video widget is now. So we're going to have like ask the student to answer the question below. To give them the questions. So for example, this can be, this is the question.
Yes.
So like, I think like what Sakinah has explained to you just now, like preferably for in an online activity, for us to make sure the students feel like they are not actually not doing anything, not just sitting in front of the laptop. So you can always ask them to come up with, you can always come up with an activity that asks the student to use everything around them to complete an activity. Like in order for them to understand acceleration, you can just like ask your student to, for example, in this activity, scan or take a picture of your computation and upload it.
Yes.
Right. So
you can also like, if you want to differentiate between the instruction and the question, you can put the question in block word, let's say. So Suhaila will show you how. You just need to highlight the, let's say for this phrase, and then she will show you how to put it in a block code. So click on formats, and then choose special, choose blocks and block code. Yeah.
So you have this now. You can see that it looks better, like the car accelerates uniformly from rest to speed. So, and then you have this scan or take a picture of your computation and upload it.
Yeah.
Make sure that you have numberings if the activity involves steps that you think that your student need to be clear about. Make sure you are clear with your instructions.
Yes.
Then after you have this, because this is an activity where you ask your student to share an image. So let's use this shared text widgets. We use a post image widget. So whenever you drag these widgets, it will always be paired with gallery widgets. So we're going to explain about gallery widgets after this. So now I click to edit the post image widget, and I will just write share your image.
If you don't change the title, it will be as default. So let's say the default is share your image, it will show it like that.
Yep.
But let's say this is for a BM course, you can change it into another language. Kongsikan gambar anda, then it will show that.
Yep. Okay, right now this is a completed physics course page. So let's just show you from top to bottom of this page what we have. So
you can also spend more time to beautify it. Make sure that it's all aligned, the video is on the right, the content is on the left, or it's totally up to you. But for now, as you can see here, it's not really aligned because one of the picture is not in table, but make sure that you spend time to structure it well.
Yep.
So we will continue with the next type of content, which is language. So we will focus on writing. So let's say in writing, you want to teach your students for face-to-face class, focusing on summary writing, for example. You will give them a passage and then they need to read, and then after that, they will write. Or maybe for a literature course, you are teaching them about a novel, for example. Let's say for this one is actually a passage from a novel. So for writing, sometimes you can also combine reading and writing in one page. So for this one, Suhaila will focus on
writing.
Yep. So you will paste the passage about grey wolves, right? Grey wolves. It's an article talking about.
Yep.
Yes, let's say you want to put the title, summarize this. Yeah, like to summarize.
So I'm going to show you how to change the title. So this is like, we have came up with a page title just now with writing. So I'm going to replace this with something more cooler, which is focusing on summary writing, which is summarize this. So same thing, text widget, you have the same thing, text widget, you have the content. So I'm just going to use text widget. Paste the content here. You can just do how the heading for this, just like how I showed it to you earlier, previously.
Right.
And write heading here, like summary writing. Okay.
So for the activity, if you want to add on, not just that the students need to write a summary, you can also ask them to maybe visualize what they have read. So let's say this is about wolves in Alaska. So they are asked to maybe find a picture of wolves. You can ask them, you can give an instruction, something like, now you have read about grey wolves, why don't you go to the internet and find a picture of a grey wolf, how it will look like, and ask them to share the picture. You can use post image file. And then not only that, they will write the summary together with the picture.
So now, like for example, we gave you this passage. We are going to use, usually if you have things like a content, a text, you have text. So you can just use text widget. Usually that's the function of it. That's why it is named as text widget.
Yes.
So you can just change the format. In order for it not to look too lengthy, you can just put it inside containers. So you know that this is a notes, introduction, and this is the passage. You can make it beautiful by putting image. You can just put it here, somewhere here. You can just use insert image, insert edit image, and then source from your computer. You can just find one image. For example, we have found this grey wolf. Make it
just like how Suhaila showed previously.
Now we have that image, and next to the descriptions of the wolf.
If you want to resize before you click OK, you can also do that. And then to move the picture, maybe you want to put it in between, you can just drag it.
Drag it anywhere you feel is suitable to be put in the text, next to the text.
And then for the text, you can also align it left or center or make it justified. You want to make it look nice.
Okay. So the activity, this is for a language course.
Yes.
So we have like, usually when it's summary writing, you have to read, the steps are to read, you ask your student to read and then write a short summary on what
on what they have read. But like we suggested just now, where the students can find their own image of Grey Wolf and then write a summary on it. So I'm going to show you how. So let's say you copy this. So I'm going to copy the instruction. Okay, I will use another text widget. Okay, this one is the text widget to put the instruction. Alright, currently I want to share with you the screen, so I'm going to transfer it using another screen because I want to show you this. Let me just share you the screen, okay? Okay, so I'm pasting the instruction here.
Okay, so this is the instructions for that activity, what to do. So we're just going to paste the instructions here. Now, like for example, this is the question, the instructions. Read the passage above, write a short summary on what you understood about Grey Wolf, help to improve your French summary by correcting their spelling. So, in order for students to respond to this activity, you can just use a post text widget.
What if we tweak? They can post image and write summary.
Okay, right. That's even better. So
yes,
write a short summary on what you understood about Grey Wolf,
as well as find an image.
Yeah, let's find an image for
your summary.
Yeah, for your summary. So how the student can respond to this activity is you can use this post text widget. So I'm going to insert post text widget right after the text widget. Following the activity instructions. So as I said earlier, when you put a share widget, it will always be paired with gallery widgets. So you click to edit, and then you just ask the students to like share your answer here, or like share your summary and image here. Okay, and then you click view, save it. So you'll see the completed or the finalized page, the final version of the page. So that's for language, of course.
We have another widget which is also interesting and we always use, which is the random selector widget.
Yeah, random selector widget.
This one we will show you in speaking. Let's say face-to-face class, you usually ask students to choose what kind of topic that they want to talk about, who they want to talk about that with. So for online activities, another option for you is you can use random selector. So let's say for this one, we will use random selector and we can paste options for students. And when the students click on the random selector, they will be given a scenario randomly for them to talk about the topic.
Yep.
This widget is good because not everyone will get the same topic.
Yep.
So when the students share and when we ask them to watch other students' speech, they get more and more examples and more diverse topics that they talk about.
Yep. So like we have the sample activity here about it's a role play.
Yes,
it's a role play activity. So as usual, the activity, the instructions, you can always put it inside inside the text widget. So let's say the activity is titled as speak up. So in this activity, you need to click the random selector below to tell the student you'll be given a scenario, you need to add out the scenario and record a video of it. You can also ask another person and upload your video. So here, it means that we are going to use two widgets, which is random selector widget as well as video widget, post file widget, in order for students to respond to this activity. So the first one is for us to put in random selector widget.
We have prepared a few options that we will paste.
Okay, so this is the first option.
So yes, this is the first option.
So you click to edit the random selector widget. You add a choice. It can be a topic, it can just be like it can be a situation, a scenario, depend on you on how you want to use this widget. And now, like, we'll put another choice.
So for this widget, you can also use for other types of courses that you want the students to share their own opinion or they find their own examples. But let's say for the subtopic, they have 6 subtopics. So it might be too much for the students if they need to find or do a research on all 6. So this one can save their time and all students will cover all. So if they want to know about other subtopic, they just need to view in the gallery.
So once you have completed and you have written down all the choices, you can just click finish editing. And now we have this. So let's click view to see how the random selector looks like.
Okay.
Okay, see, just now I put the title of the random selector as pick one scenario. So it will appear as pick one scenario and you will see the choices below it.
Okay, Mastura asks, can the students select more than once? Okay, they can only select once. So right now, Suhaila will show you. So once we click this, we will be given one, and then after that we cannot click anymore.
Yep, so the title is now pick one scenario, so I click here to begin. So you can see it is randomly selected for me to follow this scenario for my activity. So this is the scenario that I got. And although I refresh this page, it will always appear as this. So I can no longer click again to get a new topic.
Yes.
So once you get that, once the student get that topic, they cannot change it to another topic.
Okay. Starify asks, can it be images? Okay, Mashita has answered. For now only text. But if you want to use image, what we can suggest is for you to label the image. So let's say you put the images, let's say there are 4 images, you put the images into a table like just now and then label it A, B, C and D. And then you put the A, B, C and D as the choices in random selector. So once they click, let's say you are given C. So they just refer to the image labeled C. So that means that's the image.
Yep, that's one way to do it. Because currently we can only put text.
Yes.
Okay, so just now as like one of the activity is for, in order for the students to guide the topic, they need to click on the random selector widget. So I have clicked on that. I have created that random selector widget for my students to do the activity. How the students going to respond to the activity is they need to share a video.
We will use file sharing widget. Why do we use post file? If we use share anything or share video widget, because if we use share video widget, the students can just take from YouTube. But for this one, we don't want that. We don't want the students to take from YouTube. We want them to record and upload their own raw videos.
Yeah. So it's better to use post file widget because they can upload raw file video. So you can just like just use their smartphones to do the role play or to do the discussion. So so you can just like, by having this post file widget, the student will be able to share whatever they have recorded with their smartphones, and then the discussion they have done with their friends. So it's easier for them. Yes, because most of us have smartphones today.
Yes.
So that's more convenient and efficient for the student to do.
Yes. And for your information, for post file widget, not only can the students upload a video, they can upload any type of file. They can upload PDF, Word documents, PowerPoint slides,
audio.
As you can see here, allowed file type, you can set it as any or video or audio or even document.
If any, it can be like any of these files. But if you specifically want your student to just post a video, so you can just click here. So the student needs to post a video with these file types. Yep. So now click on finish editing. Click view. After you have completed everything, just click view.
Maybe we can show them, let's say we upload a file and see how it will look like in the gallery, or we will show it after, towards the end, if you want to know how it will look like. Okay,
we can also explain it in the Q&A session later.
Yes.
So this is the completed page looks like for this speak up page under language course speaking activity. So the random selector that we used just now, and also the file widget. So you can just drop file here. So I need to share, when I click here as student, so I need to share a video image.
Yes.
So you can just pick just how you want to put in as for images. This is the same way on how you need to do it. Okay. So now we are going to go to the next type of course, which is under theoretical courses.
Yes.
So we're going to focus more on philosophy.
So for theoretical course, you can also apply this for maybe history course, science, any theoretical course. All that we learn today is some of our suggestions, but it's totally up to you how you want to edit this. Make sure that your content is clear and your instruction is clear, so that students know what they need to do for that course. If you just put video and then that's it, so students don't know what they need to do after they watch the video. So it should be followed by an activity that will show, maybe ask them any evidence to show that they have learned something from the videos that they have watched.
So so let's go to this philosophy course. We are going to take an example of this the Heinz dilemma. So this is excuse me, this is the content. We're going to copy this. The content about the Heinz dilemma. Same concept as what we did for the previous one. You can always play around. Just now we use container to make it look more interesting. And you can use if you think the page is too long, so you want to make the page less lengthy, So you can use spoiler to do it. So what will spoiler do? I will show you once we click view later to save it. But I'm going to just write down like click, have a look. It's going to add more things like have a look at the dilemma here. So when I use spoiler, when I choose the format to be spoiler format for this content, I click view. This is some sort of like an element of surprise to your content, or like you can use it if you want to make the page shorter. So you can see that click to review. Students have to click to review. Then they will have this dilemma explained to them. So the content that you have for this course, like in Europe. So this is when we use spoiler, you can always click to review and click to hide.
Okay.
So that's one way of doing it.
Yeah, and another option for you, maybe you can use spoiler for maybe, let's say, mathematical course, where you want the students to do first, then only they click it to see the answer.
Yeah, to like some sort of practice,
yes,
like activity for them. They have to do it first and they click to reveal the answer. Okay, so for the activity, we are going to have this activity, which usually in the classroom, you will always ask your students for this science dilemma, like what do they think, what are the dilemmas that they experience when they read the situation. They are going to put themselves in the Heinz shoes. So you can do it the same in online activities as well, in an online environment as well. So
for this activity, we tweak it a bit. From face-to-face activity, there are usually series of questions.
Just like yes, no, just fill in the blanks, or like MCQs, just to know like what the student feels.
Yes.
But it is better for you to like ask your students, especially in these like philosophical courses, you ask the students to really share their feelings, their thoughts, their experience maybe. Yeah, in order for them to feel closer to the contents.
Yes. So the way you write your instruction, you need to be detailed, and like in this case, we ask the students to imagine that they are in Heinz shoes, and they need to share what will they do. So every student will surely provide different opinion for this kind of activity. And then see, for the second option, they need to look at their friends sharing. So we are specific here. We write it as 3. They need to look at 3 of their friends sharing, and they have learned about the stages of moral development before. So the students will share different kinds of answers, which this kind of answer will fall into different stage of moral development. So they need to look at their friends sharing and they need to guess which one is the stage that involved.
So let's say when they were going to respond to this activity, so we are going to title this post-text activity. We are going to use this post-text widget in order for them to respond to the activity that we have created above. Why do we pick like post-text widget? Why we think that it's the most effective widgets to use for this activity is because they need to share their thoughts.
Yes.
So since they just have to share their thoughts, they don't have to share an image, they don't have to share a video, so we use this post-text widget because it will give them like a space to answer and to put their text to respond to the activity.
Okay. And let's say if you don't want the students to answer in post-text, you can also ask them to comment in the comment section below. And we will show you how you can edit the comment title and the sentence there in the comment section.
So you can see here, by default it just comments, and then it's just simple here, like just comment, and there's just a space here. So you can always edit that comment to specifically tackle the activity that you have created. So you can always edit here. You click on settings on top right, and then this will appear. The settings pop up. So you can replace these comments as like share what you would do. Okay. And then this can just be write a comment and then you just save changes. And you click view to save the page, the final version of the page. And you have to refresh the page. So I'm refreshing the page, I'm reloading the page. And
sometimes
if
whatever that you have done is not there, sometimes you need to reload it or check your internet connection.
Yeah, check your internet connection. So now you have seen that the changes that I made is now share what you would do here. So this is the new heading for the commenting section. So just to make sure the students are clear enough. So just write down your instructions that share your response in the commenting section below, something like that. So we have so we have some questions from Mastura as well. Will the widgets work on every internet browser? Chandru, our friend Balasander, have responded to that, saying that widgets work in all major browsers like Internet Explorer, Firefox, and Google Chrome, but would recommend you to use Google Chrome for better performance. Thank you, Mastura, for asking that question. Okay.
So now we are almost towards the end. So we will show you how gallery widget settings work.
Yeah.
In terms of how do you make it public or custom share.
Yes.
And then if you want to make it individual or group work.
Yeah.
So just click to edit.
Click to edit. Okay, if you want to remember again of what is gallery widget, like I said, when you use any of these buttons, any of these widgets here, you will always be paired out with gallery widgets. The function of gallery widgets is that it's going to be a gallery of your students' answers, the posts of the students inside this gallery widget. You can always set this gallery widget. You click to edit the gallery widget, and then you can go to this completion setting. So like usually for post text widget, it's just like no completion tracking.
So for example, you want the students to, it's compulsory for them to answer this question, or maybe you want it to be just no completion setting, for example. Click on the widget the previous widget that is followed by gallery widget. For example, for this one, post text, click on completion settings, and you can see here you can choose no completion tracking, or you want the students to complete.
Yeah, I think somebody asked earlier about like what's the function of the completion settings and also the share settings.
Yes.
So just now I have explained about the gallery widget, the function of it, what it does for every post text or post file widgets. So basically, gallery widget will always appear below every post text, post file, post text, post image, and share page widget. So you can just title it. You can just like ignore it and just make it be like this by default. You can just finish editing the gallery widget. But for every widgets that we use in OpenLearning, there's always this completion settings menu and also share settings menu. Sakinah has explained just now. You can make the activity like when your student is going to respond to your activity using, like for example, this post text widget. You can set it as no completion tracking, or you can like, if you want to really make sure that your student is compulsory for the student to complete this course, you can click on the second option, which is completed when student posts some text. It will appear the same as like completed when student posts some images, completed when the student posts a file. So for every widget, it will just appear as that. So you click on the second one. Okay.
What about the share settings?
Okay, the share settings. Okay, this is like you can have the options of whether the post means the answers, the students' answers, the students' posts are visible to everyone in the class, or it is visible to class teachers and author only, or you can have also custom visibility settings.
This one for visible to class teachers and custom setting, you can use it for when the students want to submit answers that you don't want them to copy from their friends' answers. So maybe assignment, you don't want them to copy from their friends, so you can make it as only visible to the class teacher and the author only.
Yeah, that's good. That's right, Sakinah. So you can also set it as like this is a group activity where the students need to create a group first, join a group first. Then when they submit to this activity, it is actually a group work activity. So one member of the group can just submit it on behalf of other members of the group. So the progress will be affected together, like their progress will be affected as equal as the other members in the group. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So, okay. I think that's it for today. Hopefully it's clear to you, but if you have any more questions, please feel free to ask in the YouTube chat section on the right hand side of the video in YouTube. Alright. If there's like any unclear explanation from us or any more questions that you want to know in order for you to come up with an effective online activity by using our widgets. All right. Okay.
Okay, we have one question here from Erica. She wants to know, what is your favorite or most used widget?
In our opinion,
yeah,
my favorite would be the text widget will always be there, and it's my favorite because it's always be there and it's good for you to give instructions and deliver your content, and you can always play around with your text widget. There's like hyperlink, you can put image, you can put like the link to the article, you can share in media. So text widget is my favorite, but the second favorite is the one that I frequently use is the post text widget, because the function is almost the same as text widget. So when you use post text widget, you can ask your students to share videos, text, share their thoughts, share the image in one place. So yeah.
As for me, I would say one of my favorite is the random selector. Because of the endless possibility that you can use it for. You can use it for any types of courses, for any types of options. You can even use it if you want to group the students. And also maybe post image, because once the students posted the image, the gallery will be full of beautiful images. So that's my favorite.
Yeah. And tips and tricks from OpenLearning for iCunia. I'm so sorry if I don't actually know what. I'm not very I don't actually know about like what the kind of contents that we have in iCunia.
Yeah.
But the tips and tricks from OpenLearning, if you want to choose the most effective widgets, is when you want to come up with effective online activities, is you need to make sure that if you are converting the face-to-face activities straight away to an online activity, just like copying it and pasting it in the websites, it usually doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Like you have to always tweak it, like make it more fun, make it make your students to share more of their personal experience, personal thoughts, because that works better than just asking the student like, what is this, what is that, list down this and list down that.
What is the definition of
Yeah. So those kind of activities is more effective for like face-to-face activity, like the what is and list down all that. But the more effective way of doing it online is to ask the student to share images, to capture an image of their surroundings, to like record something from their surroundings, and to always make sure the students share their personal thoughts and ideas. Yeah.
For the instruction, you can also include collaborative learning, where you ask the students to comment. Just like what we did just now, we asked them to like, maybe the student need to share problem, and then another student will suggest solution for the problem. That way it will like in a way will make them collaborate, and they will like learn from each other without them noticing it.
Yeah, indeed. So we have another questions. Okay, what is the most impactful widget in your opinion? What is your take, Sakinah?
I think it really depends on how you put your instruction and the contents. It's different, right? For every course.
For every course, it's different for everyone. But for me, if you ask me, like, what is the most impactful widget in your opinion? It's always when the teacher or the course creator, when they use the post-text widget, because I always have to share my personal thoughts. So when the activity asks me to share my personal thoughts or ideas, so it becomes more impactful to me.
Yeah.
Because like that needs to come from me. It has to be authentically from me. So yeah. So like I have to use my brain, and that's more impactful rather than something that I can find online. Yeah.
Yeah. And Chandru asks, can you please share some creative comment websites for images?
Oh, Chandru has answered that actually.
Okay.
Yeah, Chandru has answered. So
alright.
You can just view on the chat section.
Okay, we've answered all actually.
So we have another one where can we explain again how to set gallery for group work? Okay.
Okay.
So basically, I'm just going to explain right now, where I'm going to show it later. Like, in order for you to set the gallery for group work, I'm going to share the screen right now. Okay.
Okay, Suhaila is sharing the screen.
All right. So when you go to the gallery setting, under share settings, you will see okay, here. Under, you have to click, sorry. When you want to set a group work not for the gallery widget actually, but it's for every widgets that you use in order for your student to respond to your activity.
Okay.
So in every widget, there's this share settings. So you click on the share settings, and then there's this group work setting. So you click on this is a group work activity. And then you can select a group type. By default, there's always this study group type that is already set up in group tab under course setup on the left hand side. I can explain to you about this, but for now we are just going to use this study group type as the group type in order for the student to submit to this group work activity.
Okay.
So student will be making posts on behalf of their group, so you click on OK. So now what it does is for this specific activity, which is what will you do, the student will have this activity has become a group work activity. So when you click view, you are not yet in a group, so this notification will appear in that post text activity just now.
If the students haven't joined.
Yes, if the student haven't joined a group. So when you go to this page, and when you go to any page and you found that there's this notification area, so that means for that section, it is in order for you to answer to that activity, it is a group activity, and you have to join a group in order for you to respond to that activity.
Yes.
So you click on join a group. When you click on join a group, it will direct you to groups tab on the left hand side. Yeah, it's loading right now. So which group tab? This group tab.
Okay.
Okay, it's the common group tab that we have on the left hand side.
Yes.
So this group tab. So it will automatically direct you to that. When you click join the group just now from the activity, so it will automatically direct you to that groups tab. So when you go to this groups tab, first you have to create new group. So you create new group. For example, just now is for the activity, what will you do? Group 1. So I'm in group 1 for what will you do activity, and I have to choose this group, study group type. Sometimes in a course you can have more than one group type, so it can be study group and then suddenly assignment group, discussion group. So
or maybe pair.
Yes.
Pair work.
Yeah, maybe pair work. So you need to make sure you click it from that particular activity page just now. and then you make sure that you choose the right group type in order to create the group so that it will appear later.
So in our case, this is for study group.
Yeah, this is for study group. We have to create a study group group type. So I create group. So now
I can also join it.
Yeah.
So
I can also join it.
After this, Suhaila will show that she will submit, and I will, in my case, it will also show that I have reached the progress.
Yep. Okay, so it's a bit loading.
Yeah,
yeah, it's still loading. It's okay. So when I have created the group, so I'll be redirected to this group dashboard where I can just use this group dashboard to discuss with my teammates, with my group members.
So I've joined the group. Maybe you need to refresh.
Okay, I have to refresh this. Okay, so here you can just use whatever we have on the group dashboard to just start your discussion with your teammates, and then that will be it. That will be the function of the group dashboard.
Yes.
But it's important for me to show you right now is the activities.
Yes.
Once you have joined the group.
So Machita said that group activities is not as straightforward. No, it's not. But this will help you in terms of assessing your students later. Because let's say if you don't ask them to join a group, maybe they might post the same thing. Because they are in the same group, they might post the same thing, and the gallery will be full of student submission.
Yeah, student submission with
the same
answers.
Yes.
And the function of the group work in an online activity sometimes because you want to see the students to interact to one another, to share their ideas, to just explore more, to get new perspective. So maybe you feel that group work may not work in an online courses, but it can actually work. Just that you have to do some sort of setting. So if you have more questions, you can always call us. You can call us.
What's the number?
What's the number again?
Or you can also go to OpenLearning Help.
Yeah.
OpenLearning Help. Just scroll down below. Under the FAQs, help and support.
You can just click there and then ask them questions. And I think our friend will also put in the top chat of our customer service number. And we also have the customer service number now, which is, you can always contact our customer service at +6 03 26 30 6499.
Let me type that.
Yeah. I'll repeat it again. +6 03 26 30 6499.
This is our customer service line.
Yeah. So you can always contact us there if you feel like you want to come up with a group work activity. So you can contact us more because there'll be some steps in order for you to come up with an effective group work activity. Okay, remember just now when I didn't join any group for this group work activity, for this particular activity, I cannot post anything.
Yes.
And that because it asked me to join a group. So now I have joined a group, so now I can post my answer. Yeah. So my answer for this group work. Okay.
Okay.
So I can just post, click next. Post. And that's all for the group. Do you have more questions? Okay, so we have a question from Ramesh. It is actually related to timeline. I think we are running out of time right now, so maybe someone else can respond or reply to that to Ramesh's question. Or we are going to also, I think in future, we are going to have more and more of these webinars. So you don't have to, we are not going to cover it today because we are going to just talk about choose the most effective widgets for online activities.
Yes.
So Ramesh, stay tuned to the next webinars, next masterclass that we're going to have. So we may cover that topic, which is about timeline. Yep.
Or you can browse through help and support page.
Yep.
There are so many tutorials there. You can learn so much more.
Can learn so much more in the help and support page.
Yeah.
So I think that's all for today. We already take your time quite some time.
Yeah.
So we are very sorry for some delays. I'm not feeling very well today. I'm so sorry about that.
We apologize for the buffering.
For also the buffering.
But hope that you will stay tuned and join future webinars.
Yeah, join more for the future webinars.
Yeah.
And just keep yourself updated with our social medias, our OpenLearning in Facebook, Twitter, and also Instagram. Like us, follow us, join us.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
To subscribe to our YouTube channel, this channel.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Apologize for any mistakes or errors that we have done throughout the whole session. Sorry for taking your time a bit longer this time for this round of masterclass. Thank you, Sakinah. Thank you, Sakinah.
Thank you, Suhaila. We will see you next time.
Yep.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye.